sky in my dreams is a deep, dark night. Pilots have been around for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osius fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have been wearing a vest with me, you piece of junk. Should have opened the turn, too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that?
There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft have burned overhead.
What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Καλησπέρα σε όλους που παρακολουθούν.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot, H2, so I told him. I had to find an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Chaffin flares deployed.
Γιατί δεν πατάει αυτό?
Chaffin flares are running low.
Ωραία. Άλλα κουμπάκια έχει το control, τελειωμένα. Να πατάμε για κανένα άλλο κουμπάκι εδώ δίπλα. Είναι πάνω.
Watch out for the support aircraft. I maneuver behind the enemy. Missed.
Βρήκαμε το κουμπάκι που αλλάζει. Αχ, φύγα. Θα απέφυγε. Και εγώ κυνηγάω τώρα Μικ. Πολύ ωραία. Να μου κάνα στόλ. Μου κλείδωσα. Έτσι. Όχι. Πέσε κάτω. Πάρτα. Με 74 πύραυλοι όπως βλέπουμε.
I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
Να τα κοιτάλα.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Ποιο είναι το special weapon? Αυτό ήταν το special weapon.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Μάλλον θα τα καταφέρουμε.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco, Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Φύγαμε. Καμερούλες. Το F-14 από όλες τις πλευρές. Κατέβασε. Μου φύγει το κλείδωμα. Το θέμα είναι να έρθουν κοντά όλα αυτά. Τέλεια. Πού είναι το μιγκάκι? Πότε σε φάγανε? Κάτσε λίγο σταθερός. Τι γίνεται τώρα? Χαμός. Κάποια φάγαμε. Με χωρίς πυράβλους σε λίγο. Ας ξεφύγει. Τέλεια.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Τελικά καλό το control εδώ πέρα.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes.
Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones? Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Πάμε λοιπόν πίσω στη βάση. Κάτι κακό θα γίνει. Έχουμε και τη δυνατότητα του replay όπως βλέπετε. Το ξεκινήσαμε από την αρχή και το παιχνίδι είναι παλιό.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means you.
Next mission.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army.
Οι χώρες όπως ακούτε είναι φανταστικές.
President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war. one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
Καταστρέφουμε enemy ground facilities. Λοιπόν, χτυπάμε λοιπόν στόχους στο έδαφος. Ας πάρουμε το F16 τώρα. Αυτά θα πάρουμε.
Mage Squadron, sorting ASAP.
Target is on rails, but there's still
Ξεκινήσαμε.
military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Mage 2, walking.
Είμαστε σίγουροι. Ξεκινήσαμε.
destroyed.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manuals. Redo the setup.
Είναι έχουμε άλλα flares. Να τα φάμε όλα αυτά τώρα. Για να ρίξουμε μια καλή. Αποφύγαμε. Στο link. Εννοείται. Τέλεια, τα αποφύγαμε. Ακόμα. Άντε, μπράβο. Έταξε φλερ. Τέλεια. τρομάζουν αυτοί.
What happened? Status report. Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. When they
Είναι
talk
καλά
things,
στις
just
πυράβλους.
think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here. I'm glued to this one.
Τι θα γίνει, επιτέλους θα το βρούμε? Να το. Δεν έχουμε πολλές.
Fox 2. Locked on bandit. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Great work. Keep killing them, Mage 2. Bandits are in the cloud. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more. You're mine. I'll make it quick.
Κάτω.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
Mage 2, missile launch. Don't ice up in there.
Shit. I got an enemy in front of me and behind me.
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Τέλεια.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
Τέλεια.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails. There's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land civilians.
Πάμε μπροστά. Βλέπουμε ένα replay λίγο της όλης φάσης.
You've given us air superiority by destroying the radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Πρέπει να με ακούτε, εντάξει. Πάμε παρακάτω. Έχουμε και το controller της Thrustmaster για το PlayStation, το απλό, το οποίο δουλεύει με το PlayStation 5, αλλά έχουν κάποιες αλλαγές στα κουμπιά, προφανώς δεν έχουν περαστεί.
The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard.
Μάλιστα. Ποιο να πάμε εδώ, να πάρουμε το Μιράζ. Γεια σου Τύρι. Να πάρουμε το Μιράζ. Αυτό θα βάλουμε. Παράσιτα. Επειδή είναι δυνατή η ένταση από το παιχνίδι. Ας το ξεκινήσουμε να δούμε.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach.
Aerial fuel.
50 meters.
Οπα.
Too slow. Increase airspeed.
Ναι, θα πάμε. Καλό αυτό.
You have permission to access the refueling tanker. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Altitude is too high. Descend.
Άντε να το καταφέρουμε τώρα αυτό. Να κάνουμε ανεφοδιασμό. Καλά τώρα, εντάξει. Θέλει πάρα πολύ μαλακές κινήσεις. Το καταφέραμε. Μακάρι να ήταν Τούρκοι, καλά δεν είναι. Είναι φανταστική η ιστορία.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action.
Να το
Eliminate all bandits in the current
μοιράζει.
airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco.
Με 5 flares μόνο. Και 20 λεπτά να τελειώσουμε.
Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Έλα.
Show up on the radar. Bandits are in the clouds. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Μας πέτυχε. Το. Άι.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
Το ξέρω, μόνο 2 έχω.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in an IG turn.
Πρόλαβε. Πάει το 16. Μη. Όντως. Πού να το παίξεις και VR αυτό. Είναι φοβερό. Φύγε. Πολύ ωραία. Ναι, 16 έμεινε. Κατέβασε. Πάμε. Ας έφυγε. Μπορούμε να αφήσουμε ούτε λεπτό. Από κάτω μας είναι. Τέλεια.
Nice kill. One remaining. Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Πέρασε.
Once the enemy gets behind find me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Ναι. Τέλεια.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits.
Δεν χρειάζεται Σωτήρη.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Τι έσκασε μύτη τώρα. Κοιτάξτε αεροπλάνο.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
They're dodging everything I throw
These
at
guys
them.
are
Πάμε στο.
step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Like this fat thing? God help us. You're talking about just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Fast as hell.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Α, πάνω του έπεσα ρε να πάρει.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verify the situation.
Golem 2!
70% όμως ζημιά.
This is Golem 3! Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Keep coming. What's the plan?
Πού είναι η Σάιτα.
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
Να τα.
What the hell? Caution, all aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
Evade. Controls are out.
Τι έβαλε.
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Either it's earlier or it would have survived the Q-ray.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Mage 2, you're targeted.
Missile launched.
Yowza. Don't think, focus.
Με κυνηγάει.
I'm on this one's tail.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will put off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show any mercy. Those are odds of getting out of your eye. Machines don't get tired.
Bandit evaded the attack. H2, UAV down. More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leaving Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. It's SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile! Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Column 2, stop fighting and run.
Column and Main Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Column and Main Squadron sink it like the trail pulls through.
Get your asses out.
Attack missed. I maneuver behind the enemy. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Does Main Squadron still have their hot shot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. And we'll pay it.
I'm dead meat.
Μη φοβάσαι, ρε.
Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Loading, break off.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Short-range aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
This is getting a little tight.
Main Squadron, get those things off my ass.
Get away. I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Missile away.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Not on my watch. He's mine. He's not getting away. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Philip 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. We get eaten.
Column 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy.
H2, support!
Τώρα, βρε. Τώρα.
Column 2, lost.
Shit.
Πάει καημένη.
Where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Missed.
Main 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. Got them at bay. He's got a lock on me.
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
I'm still shocked up. Bring them on.
Να σβάρω 2
All
τριγούνια.
UAVs have been splashed.
Χάσουμε όμως την άλλη.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Maid Squadron, withdraw.
Πετύχαμε την αποστολή.
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. are cleared for landing.
Πάμε και για προσγείωση.
3,000 to runway. Page 2, lower speed. Page 2, lower nose, you're too high. 1,500 to runway. Your approach looks good. Stay on course.
Το καταφέραμε.
Nicely done, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was the aircraft carrier board. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses.
Πήραμε αρκετά.
Here he comes.
Όχι, είναι και για το PC, είναι και για το Xbox.
Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out.
Είναι για όλες τις πλατφόρμες.
15 and 10.
Εκτός από το Nintendo.
Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways.
Πάμε σε δράση.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, According to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission.
Μάλιστα. Θα πρέπει να καταλάβει το ραντάρ.
After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out
Πόσο
there.
κάνει στο Steam? Μπορούμε να κάνουμε καμιά αναβάθμιση. Όχι, όχι, είναι ακριβό. Δεν μπορούμε να αγοράσουμε ακόμα το F18. Θα μαζέψουμε λοιπόν χρηματάκια και θα το κάνουμε. Το F15. Τώρα θα παίξουμε με αυτά. Είναι παλιό παιχνίδι, το 18 παιχνίδι, νομίζω 19. Κακάσχημο. 2019. Σίγουρα. Πώς περνάει ο χρόνος. Πάρω F14 πάλι. Για να το λες, έτσι θα είναι. Είναι 2 χρόνια, αφού έχουμε 2021 Ιούνιο. Πάμε. Είχα την εντύπωση ότι είναι πιο παλιό. Να φανταστείτε, στο Xbox το έχουν στο Game Pass. Μπορείς να το πάρεις free από εκεί.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden.
Δεν μπορούμε ούτε να πυροβολήσουμε.
The Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Πρέπει να βρούμε τα παραθυράκια τώρα.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. You're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Να προσέχουμε τα ραντάρ. Θα πέσουμε και μόνοι μας. Καλά το πήγαμε ως τώρα.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
What's happening? Give us orders. Increasing alert. Watching radar.
Three-fourths of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Titan watch. Status report.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Την πάτησα. Χιλιόμετρα ανά και μάχ. Ένα μάχ είναι η ταχύτητα του ήχου. 300 χιλιόμετρα περίπου το δευτερόλεπτο. Ευτυχώς τη βγάλουμε καθαρή τώρα. Να πάμε από εδώ.
Helicopters on the double. We're watching. It's probably just a bug.
Από θα περάσουμε, ρε παιδιά. Ελπίζω να το καταφέραμε τώρα.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Είναι πολλά μαζί, δεν μπορώ να τα καταφέρω.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down. Target destroyed.
Sea Goblin, we arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. Fox 2, Fox 2. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Πώς θα τα καταφέρω μόνος μου?
SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
Έμεινε ακόμα ένα. Τόση ώρα μόνος μου αφήνεται.
Πάμε να πάρουμε αυτόν που θέλουμε να πάρουμε.
aircraft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Careful, the enemy has a lock. Mage 2, target down.
Bandit is in my sights. Yeah, Mage 2 destroyed the target. Going to hang in there. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harling, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out.
They got the chopper and Sierra 2! That was thermobaric!
Θα πάμε καλά.
UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down. Belong to the soldier who had this radio. Let's get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. UAVs flying toward the space elevator. Mage, Gollum, get them. Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
We found an Norwegian transfer craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were the Air Force, Colonel. Fly.
Better than Mr. Harling.
It'll do. That's about half. Mop up the rest. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with.
Fox 2. Vehicle down.
You inspire me, Trigger. I learned how to deal with these guys by watching you. Fox 2.
Το άτιμο με πέτυχε.
Let's take it up a notch, okay?
Missile launched. One remaining. Targeted range of guns. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up. Golem 1, break, break!
Locked.
Roger. Sending UAVs to the transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. That's no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fighter.
Fox 2.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way.
Be down. Nice work.
Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Golem 2, missile!
Gargoyle 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders.
Attack missed.
Almost got the lighthouse. I mean, the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the
Target
signal?
lock. Firing.
Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Can't let you have all the glory.
Mother Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed. Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron. Babble, babble, babble.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger. Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle.
Κανείς να σου στείλει και εγώ σε λίγο θα την κάνω.
We informed. The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more. Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
I'll have it breathing down my neck. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Locked. UAV destroyed. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty, heading toward the AO.
Will the President still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1. Protect Mother Goose 1. Destroy those UAVs. We're out of time. All units abort the operation.
Τον έπιαμε. Μια τελευταία φορά.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAVs. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Fox 2. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Behind one.
Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
They're obsessed with that transport.
UAVs launching from Arsenal Bird Liberty, heading toward the AO.
Is the former president still alive?
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe. Mage 2, clear out the bogies near Mother Goose 1. Protect Mother Goose 1. Destroy those UAVs.
Εντάξει, μπορούμε να το κάνουμε όλο αυτό. Μια τελευταία φορά.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report. HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAVs. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Mother Goose 1 hit. Fox 2.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. The cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are You okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeep, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
LM1, Box 2.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Locked. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1.
Mage 2, Mage 2.
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately. Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no...
Κάπου εδώ θα σταματήσουμε για απόψε. Ας δούμε και το τελευταίο cutscene.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osia didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass.
Σας καληνυχτούμε λοιπόν. Θα τα πούμε σε επόμενο live. Καλό βράδυ.